Welcome to the podcast. It's Mr. Ish. We're here at Kips Bay Boys and Girls Club, Coudert Clubhouse. Season number 4. Not in the books yet. We just started. Season 4 and Paradise Island. That's our theme for this year. Let's see. We're going vogue right now. Everybody did a podcast. We on fire. Please give me your name and give me your age. Let's start off with you, sir.
My name is Aiden, and I'm age 12.
Age 12. Next.
My name is Orlando, and I'm 13.
Orlando, 13.
My name is Anna, and I'm 10.
10 years old. All right, guys. Repeat customers. I like that. They weren't scared. They took the chairs back, and they're ready to do it. Today's topic is a good one. These people don't get enough big ups, I would say. I work for this department, so you could take it away, Orlando. Let's see what we got. What we talking about today?
All right. Wait, talk about the...
What was our topic? The one that we just agreed on like 10 seconds ago. Teachers. Yeah, they don't get enough pride. Teachers are very important, especially this year with the pandemic. You see how important it is, and when the sacrifices that the teachers do. Not everyone. I'm not gonna lie to you. Every teacher's not great. But I think there's about good 85% that are really doing it for the real reason and trying to help students. So I like those teachers. You know which teachers they are. Okay, so let's start off. Let's go with Mr. Tanko. What's one of your favorite teachers or person that's been teaching you or anything like that?
My favorite teacher was in second grade.
Second grade. You remember the name?
Miss Nunez.
Miss Nunez. Okay, Miss Nunez. We're gonna give you a little. I don't know what school you in, but you're probably working for the DOE. Hopefully, we get a raise soon because I'm waiting for that raise myself. I work for the DOE, which is the Department of Education of New York State. So Miss Nunez, what was good about Miss Nunez?
So Miss Nunez, when it's always Friday, she always let us play games,
Okay, so she gave you a little free time on Fridays, a little wind down, a little time to just be kids. That's pretty cool.
She has a treasure chest, and if you get the most points, you can
open the treasure chest
and you get a toy.
Oh, I thought she had pizza in there or something. Okay, Miss Nunez, shout outs to you. Shout outs to what you do for the children. What you got? What was one of your favorite teachers?
Oh, one of my favorite teachers, it was like my third grade teacher. Wait,
okay.
No, I'm lying. My first grade teacher. And her name was Miss Bravo.
Miss Bravo? Hold up. Let me give her a roll. Miss Bravo. You remember the school?
Yeah.
What's the name?
It was called GS306.
GS306, Miss Bravo.
Yeah.
And Mr. Orlando was touched by you in some way. He's going to give me an example now.
All right. So basically, like every day, it was just a good day. There was no day, like let's just say you was home having a bad day and you come to school. All that is you leave it at the door.
Oh, she stopped all that. Nice. I like the way she took care of the class. So even if you were having a bad day, rainy day, whatever day it was, when you walked in her classroom, everyone was happy.
Yeah.
All right. So she had that good spirit, that good soul that makes sure that everyone had a good time. I hope you had a last period because that would have been great because then you go home happy. Or first period, which is even better because you throughout the whole day you kind of feel good. Oh, that's very important. So big shout outs to her. Last but not least, I'm gonna tell you my favorite teacher, but last but not least, what you got?
So all my teachers were really good, but I would have to say my best teacher would be my most recent teacher.
Okay.
Named Miss Jan Frisco.
Miss Jan Frisco. Hold up a second. Let me give her. All right, Miss Jan Frisco. Working for the DOE or just a private school? DOE. All right, DOE, Department of Education. Hopefully we get this raise. What are we talking about? What was so special?
What was so special was that she made school fun in this really trying time, this special time during the pandemic, and she tried to understand each and every one of our situations.
That's dope. That's dope because it was hard. She was probably home too, right? She was probably home teaching you guys on the computer and stuff like that, or you did
we did kind of like some days we went to school, some days we did.
Okay,
at
so
home.
you what we call blended during
Yeah.
this time. We were blended.
Yeah.
It was this time. I'm telling you, I have a 4-year-old and an 8-year-old, and homeschooling was very difficult for me, and I had to be at work because I didn't stop working here or in the school. So I was out of the building, my house, I say, for 12 hours, and my wife was in charge of all that. So I give her a little. Without her, I couldn't do it. Today's her birthday too. Happy birthday. So homeschooling was definitely hard. Now for me, I have a favorite teacher. I had two, but I have one. His name was Mr. Rodriguez. Not just because my name is Mr. Rodriguez, but I had him in middle school, and he taught Spanish, and he made sure that he picked me all the time when he knew that I was going to say the wrong answer. Yeah, because, I speak Spanglish. You know how people speak Spanglish and slang and stuff like that. So he knew that I could speak Spanish. He knew that I could do like verbs and I knew the word for shoes and stuff like that. But when it was something that he knew I was going to say wrong, he always picked on me. He made sure that I was the first person he picked on. He'd be like, Mr. Rodriguez, and I'd be like, this, and he'd be like, you're wrong. And then I'd be like, oh man. So he always tested me. So when I went home, I always wanted to do better and really try to learn more Spanish. So that's why I shout out Mr. Rodriguez. He passed away, so it's unfortunate, but he was a great teacher. I also have another teacher. His name was Mr. Bird. Mr. Bird. Oh, Mr. Bird, man. Mr. Bird was my high school teacher. He was my architect teacher. And it's like, I'm going to give you an example. It's like I went to architect and I thought I was going to start drawing buildings and all types of stuff. We had 3 months that all I did was draw lines. That's it. For 3 months, I drew lines up and down, across, in an angle, in another angle. That's all I did for 3 months. I was like, what kind of art class is this? He was like, you mind yourself and you go back and do those lines. And I was like, oh my God. And I did longer lines, a shorter line, a line that went across to this line, a line that went across to this line. So with those 3 months of learning how to use the pencil, how to hold the pencil, how to make the lines and all that stuff, when it came down to really doing the artwork and drawing the buildings, it was very easy. It was very easy because I did so much repetitive of doing the lines that when I had to do something, I already knew how to hold the pencil and how to draw it fast. So, we didn't know that in the beginning. We just like, this teacher's crazy. Like, we're doing 3 months of this. Like, people started eating breakfast and lunch on his class. But the ones that really stood by it really picked up a lot of things. And I learned 2 things: that don't judge the book. And I also learned that when you put a lot of hard work into it, it gets easier. So that's why I shout out Mr. Bird. I don't know if he's alive or not, but I'll give him a little bomb. Anybody else? A good person that's helped you, whether it's in after school or regular school or anything like that, or something?
Or how about worst teacher?
Ooh, do we want to? We don't want to mess this podcast up by giving a worst teacher, because that's not giving them light. We don't want to give them. We don't want to give haters, no shine. If you're a bad teacher, step up your game. There's kids out here that need the education, that need to, be taught well. So if you're a bad teacher and you don't like kids and you're grouchy, don't work in the school system. Get out of it. Retire. Early retire. Get you a little bit of money. Get your pension and get out of here. We need more teachers like the ones we just mentioned. We don't need teachers that are there for a check. We all here for a check. I work for a check, but I don't come here and tell these kids my problems. I try to solve problems. Don't bring no problems. My man Orlando's trying to learn over here. Mess his day up. He got a happy teacher. You walk in the classroom, she always happy, making his day. Then you got a grouchy teacher after that. We don't need that. The lights just went out. It got real romantic in here. Anything else, guys?
Yeah, I got
That's it? Oh, Orlando got one more, and then we have to go. What you got, Orlando?
I remember, like, in 5th grade, I had a science teacher, and in science, he always tried to make everything funny and everything, and fine, and nobody ever had no problems. For the whole year, we was the only class that didn't have no complaints, no nothing.
So, big shout out to your science teacher. What was his name?
I forgot
his name. Oh man, we'll get him another day. But you know what? If you're doing the job and you're doing it well, you know about it. You know if you're a good teacher. You know if you're taking that extra step. You know you going the extra mile. You know who you are. Shout outs to the DOE. Shout outs to you guys for, for trying to learn, which is important because you could easily be like, I'm not doing it. Anything else? Say your goodbyes then, Gutty. All right.
Peace.
See ya.
Check. 1 2 1 2. Check.
School teachers rock.